Whoa! I'm live. Diana's not here. I'm Tom, and normally there's a Diana here with me to go, whoa, whoa, whoa. But there's no Diana today because she's on vacation. She may be in the chat, though. But I figured what a great opportunity whenever Diana goes away. What do I normally do? I play a solo game, a super complex solo game that she will probably hate. And today, that solo game is Circadians First Light. And she's definitely going to hate it because there's resource management and efficiency puzzle and all sorts of crazy stuff. And I guess I should say, roll the intro. Hey, everybody. So, yes, like I said, Diana's on vacation. She's on a beach somewhere, but she is in the chat. And it looks like we got Best of Star Trek. We got Jordan, also known as Chicago Twilight. We got Red Hood. And yeah, that seems par for the course on a Tuesday night. And yeah, I wanted to not do a pre-record when she's gone. And so I wanted to keep it live, but I figured what a better way to keep it live than just, I was going to play solo game anyway. Might as well do it. So let's get started, shall we? Let's talk about Circadians First Light. It's funny, on paper, this game, I should hate this game because there's resource management, there's all sorts of crap. It's a pain in the ass to set up, but yet I find myself playing it every weekend on solo mode because it's a nice little solo thing that hopefully you'll be able to see. Let me give you some of the flavor text. Oh, Mel's here too. Hey, Mel. We were light years from our home, galaxies away, when we first discovered the ancient celestial body, a planet filled with intriguing, intelligent life forms. Not too unlike our own. But some build kingdoms below the surface of the green seas, while others control the desert-filled plains and cliffs. Among them we found scientists, inventors, farmers, traders, and fighters. While our presence has been unsettling for some, we have had very few incidents with the locals. Still, we Circadians, Earth's famed explorers, must do what we can to ensure peace. We must respect this world and its hosts. The heads of Moontide passed down orders from above. We are to open negotiations with the three clans in hopes of gaining their favor, along with our own security while on the planet. We must also collect organic samples for the depository on Moontide. This is new ground for all of us, but we must be brave and resourceful. The future of the Circadians depends on it. Whoa. So there you have it. So basically the story is very loosely that we're like Earthlings from the future who went to another planet. And we found all these crazy people on the planet. We want to trade with them because we have resources and they have resources and we want to trade those resources. Yeah, so that's it. I'm just gonna ask you guys, are you ready to learn how to play this game? All right, guys, let's talk about Circadians First Light. Well, in shortest form, it is a dice worker placement game. And instead of having a single board, this is part of the pain in the ass of the setup. They have all these like mini boards, and the mini boards are basically where we're going to be placing our workers. And the workers are not just any old meeples, because screw meeples. Meeples are for chumps. We want dice. So these dice are actually going to be our workers. So we're going to be rolling dice, placing them out on these worker placement spots, getting actions done, trading with the locals, all sorts of things that we want to get done. So let me kind of give you the overview of what we're trying to do. And that's really in these types of games, where are you going to get your victory points from? Because again, this is all about getting victory points. And I'll explain how the AI works in a second. But let me first explain all of the 8 or 9 different places that we can go on our turn to get stuff. So first, we have a player board over here, which is, looks like this. Whoa. And it's basically our research stations. So And there's really two levels to it. There are these garages that we have that we can store different spaceships that we're going to be buying throughout the game. So right now we start the game with one spaceship, but if we want to buy other spaceships, we can put them in these garages. And then this is going to be ways that we can action our dice for future stuff. And then there are research laboratories down here that get us resources. So the more laboratories we have, we can put dice on here to get resources and stuff. And this is our little conversion chart to show if whatever level dice, like if I put a level 4 dice in this research station, that means that if I wanted water on a level 4 dice is going to give me 6 water. Whereas if I wanted energy, energy on a 4 dice is going to get me only 1 energy, right? So you want to be able to have those conversions ready to go. And I just spilled all of my resources. So yeah, we got 2 of those. We got 2 of those. And we got 10 water. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think all of my water went overboard, so I'll just get some more. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right, that's our starting resources. We start with 10 water, 2 energy, and 2 algae. Yeah, Mel, I love the art, actually. I'm a big fan of the Sam Phillips, who is the brother of the designer, or one of the designers, so Sam Phillips. But I really dig his art. That's why I kind of got it. And there's actually a new version come out with it even has new art, which is even updated, which is pretty fun. Okay, so not only do I have my little player board that is basically going to be where I'm going to be placing dice out here to either be actioned onto the main board or to be actioned on my own board to get resources. I also have an asymmetric character here, and her name is Naira Soul. Let's see, Naira Soul. There she is. And all of them just have a really cool picture, and then they have an asymmetric ability. So my asymmetric ability is that I ignore all algae costs from the garages when I action dice from them. So what ends up happening is when I choose to place dice that I want to put out on the board, I first have to put them on my garage space. I have 1 for free, and then every subsequent dice I'm going to put out here, it's actually going to cost me algae to put the dice out there. So if I wanted to put 3 dice on the board, I would have to actually spend 3 algae. In addition to all the other algae I'm going to need for all this other crap. So definitely having her ability means I can put dice out here in my garages and I don't have to spend any algae, which is super fun. Super fun time. All right, so that's what we're doing with our dice. We're either putting it here so then it will go out onto the boards, or we're going to put it here to get resources. Now let's talk about the boards of what we can do. So the first thing we would want to do is negotiate with the 3 tribes of the planet. And each tribe has a different kind of thing that they want to trade with. So this green tribe wants to trade algae with us. So if I give her 6 algae, I'm going to get 3 victory points at the end of the game. Or if I give her 9 algae, I'm going to get 5 victory points at the end of the game, and so on. And this chick wants energy, and this one wants these red crystals, the red ore, I guess. I forget what they call it, but it's red crystals. We'll call it red crystals. So this is a really great thing to go after because this is probably one of the biggest ways to get big victory points. If you can get a bunch of resources and then trade with those people, you can get a bunch of big ass victory points. As you place dice in this area, depending on what type of dice you put, you're going to get a bonus. So if I'm the first person to put a 1 dice in here, I'll get this bonus token, and then I'll get to choose one of these benefits. I'll be able to either get an extra movement or an extra dice or things like that. But anytime any dice in the column add up to more than something, then something bad happens and you have to remove something. So they call that setbacks. So you're negotiating with them. You're going to get nice stuff when you work with them. But if you negotiate too much, then they're going to get mad at you and they're going to attack you. So you're going to want to manage this advancements and setbacks. The other thing we want to do is we want to complete these item cards. So we start the game with 3 item cards, and the item cards are basically, actually you get to choose, you start the game with 5 and you get to choose 3 to keep, but I chose these 3, and they each have a cost on top of how to build them. And then once you build them, they're going to have end game victory points for you, and they're also going to give you an ongoing bonus. So for instance, this one is the Aqua Pack. So if I can get 2 water and 2 algae and 2 energy, I will have built this pack. It'll give me 4 points at the end of the game. And every time I negotiate with any of the 3 tribes, I get 5 water straight up. So that'll be a cool way to kind of generate extra water. This one is really great for my green trading strategy. Anytime I trade with the green people, I get 2 extra victory points per dice that I have on a green person's thing. So that's going to be cool, but it's going to cost me a gem and 5 water and 6 green things, or algae. So, and then finally, I have this jackal creature, and it costs a lot, but it's going to give me a lot of victory points, and I'll get 1 victory point per every spaceship that I have in my garage. So that'll be interesting. So this will be stuff you don't have to go after them all, and sometimes you'll want to discard cards for resources and things. I think I definitely like to go after the green lady strategy, because the algae is a pretty easy resource to get, and you can pretty much get that thing rocking and rolling pretty quickly. So I picked this card that gives me extra points for any time I put dice in the green area, and then also I'm planning on going heavy negotiation, so that's why I have another card that gives me more negotiation skills. But whenever you are ready to turn in a card, you don't just turn in the card and buy it. You actually have to put a dice into the depository, because basically what you're doing is you're collecting these artifacts to send back to Moontide, your moon base in the stars, and so you have to basically secure a spot on in the Indiana Jones warehouse, so to speak. And so you need at least a 3, a 4, a 5, or a 6 dice to be able to actually even place in the depository. And then if you had the right amount of dice, you place there, you get a bonus, and then you can turn in your card if you have enough resources. So going to the depository is one of the worker placement spots, and that's how you complete item cards. This is how we negotiate with the locals to get just end game victory points. Then there are 6 kind of active worker placement spots that do the different things. The first is the academy, and this is probably going to be the most important for us in the beginning, because it's how we get more dice. Right now we start the game with 3 dice, but we have a pool of 10 dice over here, so we have 13 total dice, and you can have up to 5 dice at a time. So we're definitely going to want to keep getting more dice, and the major way to get more dice is to go to academy and get some more dice. Another thing we're going to want to do is go around on this board. This is actually a map of the planet, and these little things are our little harvesters. The AI has one, and I'm the blue player, so I have the blue harvester. And what we're going to be doing is running around here, and wherever our harvester is in the harvest phase, we're going to get those resources. But also, we're going to want to, at the end of the game, be on one of these end spots, because these end spots give you end game victory points. So we're going to want to be able to move these guys around for us to get more victory points, but also so we can be ready for the end game. The only way to move these guys is either by coming here and moving via the control room, or by bonuses, either here. Anytime you see this little truck symbol, that means you can move your harvester. Market is really simple. It's a way to exchange resources. I love when resource management games have a bank that you can swap resources, because that'll help you change your strategy mid-stride. This mining camp is one of the only ways to get these red crystals. The AI is going to get red crystals out the yin yang, because he is a pain in the ass, but this is the way that we do it. And what we have to do is pay water minus the number on the dice. So right now, if I had a 5, let's just call this a 5. I put up 5 dice here. Then I would say 6 minus 5 is 1, so I'd have to pay 1 water to get 1 crystal. If I wanted to get 2 crystals, I'd need 16 minus 5 is 11. I would need to pay 11 water to get 2 crystals. So you can see how that goes. It's a pain in the ass. Again, on paper, this game should annoy the hell out of me, but I love it for some reason. I don't know why. All right, so who's Kindigo? Someone saying hi. Hopefully you're not a bot. All right, so where are we going with this? So at the end of the day, when we're done with the game, we're getting our victory points from stuff we have on this negotiation board, the cards that we turn in based on the depository, how many upgrades we built on our player board, and upgrades are going to be coming from the foundry where we can upgrade, put spaceships on our garages, or from the laboratory where we can put more laboratories into our laboratory space. And when we put things out, they're going to be more points at the end of the game. So we're going to get points from what happens there. And then finally, you're going to get points for whatever final space we are on the map. So really, it's a push-pull of figuring out how do I get enough resources to buy enough items that I can get victory point cards from items, and how do I get enough resources that I can pay off these jackholes to be able to get some trading resource points too, all the while moving my little thing around to try to get in-game points here. And that's it. It sounds confusing, but it's not really. Once you see the flow of it, you'll see it's pretty easy. It's just kind of tricky as far as the order. The order of how we do things is very important. Now, let me talk about the AI real quick. I'm probably just going to go through how it goes in real time because you probably don't need to know right away. But really, the AI has this deck of cards. And what's going to happen is the AI is going to, on his turn, he's going to draw cards, and the cards are going to tell him basically his first, second, and third thing he wants to go. And these are the worker placement spots. So it's just going to say he wants to go trade with the yellow people if he has enough crystals to do it. If not, then he's going to go to the market and he's going to get 3 crystals, et cetera, et cetera. So we'll go through that as it goes through. It should be pretty easy to run. And then finally, I have this little tracker that I made myself that will help us to, this is all the phases of each round. And there's only 8 rounds in the whole game. So we're just going to do we're going to do this circle 8 times. And here's my little Diana space action figure. Whoa. Can you see that okay? There you go. So this is Diana, and she's going to be running around the board. And so we're going to start here, then we're going to go here, and then we're going to go here. So what we're going to do is we're going to draw an event card. It'll tell us what's going to happen during the round. We're going to roll and place our dice. We're going to have the AI do his action. Then we're going to place the dice that we put in our garages out onto the board. Then after that's all done, then the AI is going to get his dice back. We're going to collect our resources from the harvesters and whatever we have in our research labs. The AI is going to add dice to his pool. We're going to get our dice back, and we just keep going around in a circle just like that. So it should be pretty easy. I know the solo, if you just read the solo game, it gets a little confusing, but that little tracker helps the heck out of me. So Ted, Discord is right now just kind of a chat server for us, so you guys can chat with us. We'll post announcements and things like if Diana's on vacation and you only have me and you don't want to watch me and you didn't want to tune in for just me, then you'll see that as an announcement on that channel. And we might do some other cool stuff like I've been looking for a way to figure out how to let you guys know about like games I want to get rid of or things that you can see us at events and things. So that'll be a good way to just stay in touch. Or you can just chat. All right. I think that's it. Let's play this game. All right. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Right, I got it. All right, cool. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to draw the event card. So this event deck only has 8 cards in it. So basically this is another one of these great things where we know the game is going to be over in 8 rounds. So it's a timing thing. We got to time it just right. But also we know that it's going to be over in 8 rounds, so we don't have to worry about it taking too long. All right, so here's the first card in our adventure. They're going to be either green or red. If they're green, that means it's going to be a good benefit that we'll be able to use for the round. And if it's red, that means something bad's happening for the round. We got a green one, which says gain 1 additional gem when auctioning dice at the mining camp. All right, so now maybe I didn't want to go after gems right away, but now this is saying we're going to get an extra gem if we go there. So we might want to go ahead and go there. All right, so that's us drawing the event. Now we're going to roll our dice. We have 3 dice to start the game with. Oh. And you want to roll high for the most part, because most of the die spots require higher numbers to get you what you want. Yes, Ted, this is an official She Hates Games video, and she is not playing the game. She's here in spirit. She's in the chat. All right. So let's get this thing started. So we got a 1 and a 2 and a 5. So what I need to do is decide on these dice, where do I want to place them? And there are a couple things that we want to do from the start. First thing we want to do is we want to make sure that we get more dice. So we're probably going to want to put something out here on the dice on the academy so we can get more dice if we can help it. We also are incented to get more gems, because we'll go get gems because we get an additional gem every time we access the mining camp. This first garage that we have allows us to do a plus or minus to any die that we put there. So if I say put a 5 here, I could actually turn that into a 6. Then when we go to the mining camp, it'll be free for us to get a gem. And thanks to the event card, we're going to get 2 gems for our trouble. So I think that's pretty good to go after gems, because the game is telling us that we get some good stuff. The second thing is, if I want to go to the academy to get dice, it's going to cost me either 4 money or 10 money on a 1, 2, or a 3. 4 water or 10 water if I want 1 or 2 dice. So it might be a good idea to get 2 dice now and just put that down there like so. Anytime we want to get resources from our research lab, really it's only going to be in our benefit if we roll a 4, 5, or 6 there. So typically I like to just get stuff out on the board instead of that. We don't need resources right away. But we do want to kind of look at the resources we need for our item cards. And also we want to get these resources. Now, one thing we didn't do is move our harvester. And part of my green strategy is that we need to get as much algae as we can. And the best way to do that is to get our harvester going this way to the plus 12 algae space. So if we can get there as quick as possible and get 12 algae every round, where did this come from? Whoops. Oh, I see. I'm realizing my extra water that spilt actually was on the board. All right. So anyway, the only way this works is if we can get here quicker than not. And we can only move 1 space per round, essentially, unless we're getting extra movement points from different things. So long story short, we definitely want to get this harvester moving as quickly as possible. So maybe, even though it's tempting to go for gems right now, maybe I should use this dice to do a 4 to start moving my thing this way. So these are the kind of decisions you want to think about when you're doing stuff. But I think this is too good to be true to get 2 reds, so we can maybe wait 1 to get our harvester moving. We'll see how that goes. Okay, so I think that's it. My dice are locked in now. How I action these will depend on what happens in the next couple rounds. So we're going to find out what happens with the AI's turn. All right, so now the AI can go and basically the AI is going to go and put worker placement stuff and generally screw with us. And it may ruin our plans or it may not. We'll find out. So first, the AI starts with 3 dice. It doesn't matter what the faces are on these dice. They're going to change when we draw his cards. We're going to draw a card for the AI. And this card has 2 things. First, we're going to look at the number on the card, and that's the direction that the AI's harvester is going to move. So the 5 direction is this way. So that means it's going to move, and the AI is a pain in the ass. He doesn't move one at a time. He keeps moving until he hits something. And if he hits something, then he takes that something. So he moved there and he got that gem, and now he's got a gem on his board that he can spend for stuff. Then we look at the action card and we go, what is his first action? Well, he wants to trade with the green people, and he needs to spend that amount of gems. The minimum amount of gems you need to trade with the green people is 6, and he only has 1, so he can't do that action. So the second thing he's going to do is he's going to put a dice in the laboratory. So we're going to change this to 5 because his card says 5. So he's putting a 5 dice in the laboratory, which means I can't go here if I wanted to now, because you need 2 dice to be able to get lab. And he's also going to get an upgrade tile. And this basically means that one of his special abilities is unlocked, and he's definitely getting 2 victory points at the end of the game. Pain in my ass. All right. The AI draws 2 cards. So the second card, he's going to action this. He's going to try to trade with the red people. Red people need 2 gems. He's only got 1. So he's going to go to the market. He's going to take this. He's going to go 3 dice, and he's going to place it on the first market space. And he's going to get 3 gems. Now he's got fucking 3 gems. All right. That's the AI turn. What's going to happen over time is the AI is going to be placing dice in this depository and placing dice in the negotiation area. And he's going to get a crap ton of points for placing in the negotiation area and in the depository. So we need to really block him or stop him from placing in those places if we can do it. All right, so that was the AI's turn. Now we're going to go and action our garages. And we have to do it from left to right. All right, so the first thing I want to do is this garage space gives me a plus or minus 1. So I'm gonna change this 5 to a 6. And I'm going to say, hey, 6 worker, I want you to go to the mine camp, and I want you to mine for stuff. I'm going to go to this. Oh, what the hell? I might as well cash in on it. No, I'm going to need the water for later. So normally, so what we do is we take the number on the dice minus 6, which is 0, and that's how much water we have to pay. So we don't have to pay any water, and we're going to get a special red crystal just for ourselves. And thanks to the event card, we get an extra one. All right. Now, the second thing we want to do is we want to get dice. So we're going to put this guy, we're going to tell this worker, hey, dude, you better go out and get me some dice. He is a 2, so he's got to go in this 1, 2, 3 slot. And if I want to get 2 dice, I got to pay 10 water. Amazingly enough, I start the game with 10 water. And now I'm tapped down on water, but I think it's worth it to get the extra dice. Now we got 2 extra dice in our area. Now I got 1 last dice left. And this 1 last dice, I could put it in the control room if I wanted to and try to move the harvester, but then I would have to move it in the 1 direction, which would be this way. You can see the 1 direction makes the harvester move this way diagonally. And that's going to mean more energy. I want to definitely go this way, so this is not going to be good for me to move the harvester with. And I don't really want to go. I could go to the foundry and get another one of these ships. And actually, it's not a bad idea, because this ship will let me say anytime I use a dice, it's going to cost me 5 less water. So actually, it's not a bad idea. I was going to put the dice actually into the headquarters, so that way I could get some extra cards and get 5 water right now. But I think I am going to go for this. So I'm going to put a dice in the foundry in the 1 slot. I'm going to take the spaceship that's in the 1 slot, and I'm going to put it in my garage. And I'm going to spend 2 energy to do that. We're living large, people. All right, that's all my dice from the garages spent, and I don't have anything there to worry about. All right, so we are done with the garage phase. Now we look at the AI, and we return the AI's dice to him. So one thing to keep in mind is when you put dice in the negotiation spot or the depository spot, they are locked. They never come back to you. So that's why you want to be careful when dice ended up going there. In the AI's case, all of his dice come back to him. And since he has 3 dice, he's going to get a +1 gem. And then also, since he unlocked this bonus, he's going to get another +1 gem. So the AI is ready to screw us hard. Jordan says, yes, decades of sci-fi has made me wary of anything called Harvester. That's right. All right, now we're gonna get our resources. So first, if we had anybody here in our research labs, we would get resources from there. And second, we're gonna get resources from the planet. We didn't move our harvester, so in the center, we just get one of each. We get a water, we get a energy, and we get an algae. Hey, Crickstar is here. How's it going? Just enjoying a solo night because Diana is out. So it's just me, and I'm sharing with you guys one of my favorite solo games. Hopefully you guys enjoy it and don't think it's crazy. All right. Now the AI has to add, if they don't have at least 3 dice, they get to add more dice. They have 3 dice, so they don't need to add any more dice. And now we're going to return our dice to us. So we get this one back. We get this one back. We get this one back. And look at that. We've got 5 dice now. We timed that perfectly. And now our next turn is going to be pretty sweet. All right. That's 1 of 8 rounds. So you can see we really got to be kind of conscious of, we need to get this fucking harvester down here like now. And we need to start turning in some of these cards if we can do it. All right, so let's see what the second round event is. Spring Clean Laboratory only requires 1 die and all foundry costs may be ignored. Oh, that's pretty awesome. That means normally if you want to get an upgrade to your research lab, you need to have 2 dice that are identical in that spot. That's what the equal sign means there. This card says you only need 1 dice there and you can get it. And then also, if I wanted to get another spaceship, I can ignore any of the resource costs. I can just go ahead and get a spaceship. Oh, that's going to make things difficult, but we got tons of dice to spend, so maybe it won't be so difficult. So we're going to roll our dice and see what we can do. Oh, I like that. 5, 6, 3, 4, 4. All right, what do we want to do with this stuff? Well, I think definitely we want to get one of these foundry things because it's easy. It'll get us more ships in our bay, and we can get some extra victory pointage. So the order of this stuff matters too, because how you execute the dice are going to go from left to right. So how we place it are kind of be what we can do, what we want to do, basically. So I definitely want to move the thing this way, which is going to require a 4. So we definitely want a 4 to move the control room. And let me use this space for my 4 because I get a 5 water discount to do that. However, we only have 1 water right now. So we might want to do some resource trading or something to get some water. Or we might want to put 1 dice in the headquarters so we can get 5 water, and then that will help us out. So, and we'll have something ready for next time. So I think I will take this spot. We're going to say this is going to go to the headquarters, and it'll get us 5 water. This will go to the control room, and we get a 5 water discount thanks to my spaceship, and then we can move our harvester 1 for only 5 water. And then we got 3 more dice we can do stuff with. Oh yes, Foundry doesn't cost us nothing, so we probably want to put the 6 to get us another spaceship in the Foundry. And then we probably want to maybe we want to do 6 to get resources. I'm just going to go like that, and we'll see what happens. I like to run it hard on the board and not worry so much about getting resources in my research lab, because there's a lot of resources you can get on the outset. So yeah, because worst case, I can always mark it and I can sell these gems. The gems convert into a lot of resources pretty easy. So we'll see what happens. All right, that's me placing my dice. If I had dice in the headquarters, I would do them now, but I don't. So now the AI gets to go. All right. Where did I put the AI? Oh, yeah. All right, here we go. AI's first card. He's going to move his harvester 6. So he's going to go this way, which will just destroy this water. The AI doesn't get any resource except for crystals. So he's just going to destroy that stuff. And then he is going to trade with the yellow people, and he's going to trade with as much as he can. So he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things to trade. He's going to do the 6er. So he's got and he's got a 6 dice here. So he's going to spend all of his crystals to trade with these yellow people, the Zacharo. All right. He placed a 6, so he's also going to, he doesn't ever get the bonus, but the bonus spot is then going to be removed. All right, and now he's got a dice out here, which is going to get him victory points at the end of the game. Specifically, it's going to get him 6 victory points, which is pain in our ass. All right, and then his next action is going to be, he's going to want to spend gems to go to the depository. He doesn't have any gems, thank goodness. So he's actually going to go to the academy with a 3, and he's going to get 2 dice. All right, and that is his turn. So you can see he's not really actively playing the game, but he's definitely, the more stuff he gets out here, the more of a challenge it is for us to catch up to him. So we need to make sure that we keep the pressure on. All right, so now we get to activate our garages. And now here's the trouble with this game. No, harvesters can be on the same spot. It doesn't matter. The trouble with this game is I always forget what I was going to, in what order I was going to do everything. But I think what I said was that we want to use this 4 for this. So we need water. So we need to basically put this up here so we can get 5 water. I'm not even going to take the 5 water because we're going to spend it right now. We're going to go here. We're going to move our harvester 1 this way because that's a 4. And I spent 5 water less thanks to my awesome water spaceship. And and I was able to move my harvester. All right, then we got this bad boy, and he's going to come here to the foundry, and we're going to grab this this spaceship that gives us a victory point, and also I can add +2 to any dice that I put in that slot. We're going to put it right there. We're getting some major shippage upgrades. And it's free. Normally it would cost either 2 energy or 10 water. But thanks to this card, the laboratory only requires 1 die, and all foundry costs are ignored. So it's funny. These event cards actually make you switch what you wanted to do because it's, especially the green ones, it's something really good to take advantage of. All right. Finally, I got this 4. I don't know what I was going to do with it. I could use it to get another dice, but actually I have all my dice still. I do have enough to trade with the red people if I want to turn in my crystals. So I think we should do that. Why not? Getting on this board and getting him not on this board is pretty good plan. And I got the crystals, and I'm not going to be able to buy any of my items yet, so I might as well get this thing going. So I'm going to give 2 gems to the Draic. And now we're going to get 5 victory points at the end of the game. And we get this number 4 bonus And I think we're going to get another harvester action, so I can move my harvester one more. Now we're going to be getting 8 algae next turn. That's pretty sweet, right? All right. Yep. And then each of these has it doesn't affect the AI, but for us, they have abilities that we can trigger when we negotiate with them. So she's going to let me secretly peek at any 2 gem caches that I want. And so these caches at the end, and actually is a good opportunity to show you. So basically, on the front of them, they just say +1 gem and +1 dice. So if you just happen to have your harvester on there during the harvest phase, you're going to get a gem and a dice. But at the end of the game, these are going to flip over, and these are the victory points you'll get if your harvester's on it. So this is a 5 victory point. And this is the one I think I'm going to end up on. So I want to make sure. Yeah, 7. That's cool. Then I definitely want to end up on that one, I think, because the 7's more than 5. There's an 8 on here, and then there's 3s and 4s, so hopefully the AI won't get the 8. All right, I love a good algae harvest. Yep, it's also called weed, I guess. All right, cool. So that's all of our stuff out of our garages. Now the AI gets his dice back. This dice doesn't come back. It stays there forever. But this dice is going to come back. And he's got 2 more dice here. And now he's going to get gems based on how much dice he has. And he's going to get 3 extra gems. You can see the AI always gets gems. But this is his economy of how he can put stuff on the board. So it makes sense. Then he's going to get 1 extra gem because he's got an upgrade that says during the harvest phase, he gets extra gem. Now we're going to do our harvest phase. And look at that. We actually have a research lab, and it's got a 6 on it. So we can decide right now, do we want 8 water or 2 energy? Let me just say, the energy is hard to come by, but the water is the most universal resource, I think. So I think it makes sense to get the 8 water for right now. All right. There's 8 water. Now we got some stuff going. And I get from the planet 8 algae, baby. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Add that to my 3 that I have already. That's 11. We're almost up to the 12 spot on the trade, but we could even do a 9, no problem. So we're definitely going to want to trade with the green people this round. All right. Red is going to add dice if he needs to. He's not going to. And we're going to get our dice back. So this comes back. This comes back. That stays there because it's going to get activated first next turn. That stays there because it's locked. This comes back. We're back down to 3 dice. So we're definitely going to have to get dice again. All right. Oh, Best of Star Trek's back. I didn't even see that he left. I'm too much into this game. All right. Blah, blah, blah. Let's talk about round 2, people. Oh, that was round 2. Let's talk about round 3. Uh-oh. I see a red card. I don't like me no red cards. Brick wall. You must discard 1 item card to the action deck at the negotiation, to action dice at the negotiation board. Crap. Well, we want to negotiate this turn with the green people, but we're going to have to ditch one of our item cards to do it. That's a pain in my ass. All right, so let's roll our dice. We got 3 dice. 3, 4, and 6. Well, we definitely want to negotiate with these people. I want to try to choose a number that we haven't picked already, so I might be able to get a bonus. So 1, 2, 3, or 5. So the 3 will be what we'll use to negotiate with. But, however, I can use this dice to do the negotiation. So I think I am going to keep putting a 6. Anytime you get a 6, it's worth it to get resources from your stuff, at least early on. So I definitely want to do that. I definitely want to get more dice again because we only have 3 dice. So this is the cycle of this game is you want to, as you put dice into here or here, you're losing them. So you got to get them back. So yeah, I think a 4 for dice, and we're just going to put that there and we'll see what happens. All right, our dice are placed. Now we can do the headquarter action. So this is where if you put stuff in the headquarters, what that does is it lets you go before the AI gets to go. So that's important because, you know, the AI is mostly blocking spaces. So if you want to ensure that you're going to be able to do a space next turn, you're going to want to go there so that way you can action this dice first. Oh, best Star Trek. I am already earmarked Bitoku for Jordan, I think. So sorry, but next time. And this is why it's important that we have this Discord channel, because I think it's cool to, if you guys want to put requests for games and stuff, I'm definitely happy to get rid of these games. All right, so I can action this dice right now. I don't have to wait for the AI to go. So, and I think we definitely want to negotiate with the green people. And we're going to Jordan is Chicago Twilight. Yeah, sorry. We should just call him Chicago Twilight, but he wanted to be called Jordan, so I'm letting that happen. All right, let's talk about what do we get for this. So first I have to pay 9 algae. So much for the algae harvest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And let me just say, I'm so glad that I got this lady that I don't have to pay algae costs at the garages, because if I had to pay algae at the garages, I don't know how you can get any of this algae stuff done. All right, here we go. That was me doing that. And I can now change 1 die on my research base to any value if I want. So I can change any of these dice to any value that I want. I think I definitely want to go 4 so I can get our harvester down to the lowest level. So this one really is, where do I want to put it? I think I want to put it on a dice level, and I want to be able to pay algae for the dice. So let's make this a 4 also. I'll make it a 5. All right, cool. Now it's the AI's turn. Let's see what this jerk is doing. He's going to move his harvester in the 2 direction. 2 direction is straight across. And he's going to grab another gem. Yes, you randomly get the people. There's a whole stack of people here that you can choose from. Now, you could choose the person you want, especially in solo. And they all have different abilities, and they're really cool. And I have the Kickstarter version that has these 4 extra alien people you could play, which are really cool. Yeah, so but I do have my favorites, but I definitely, especially for this game, I picked it random. I tried to make it as random as possible to show you the full experience, and also if I lose, then I can blame it on me not setting it up. All right. And also it's important to note that I do have 2 copies of this game. This is my original Kickstarter version from Garfield Games directly, and then I got another Renegade Games version just so I could play it. I didn't want to mess this one up, and I wanted to be able to play it often, so I played the Renegade Games version a lot. And then I realized that I just played this Kickstarter version anyway, so I have the Renegade version I can give somebody. If anyone likes it at the end of the game, let me know, and I'll send you my other version. All right, here we go. So we moved his harvester, and now he wants to negotiate with the green people with as many gems as possible. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, good news. You need at least 6 to negotiate with the green people. So he can't do that. Get away from my green people. They're my green people. All right. And then market, he's going to go to the market. So he's basically going to take one of his dice, put it on the 2. He's going to the market, and he's going to get 2 more gems. The last time I played my Renegade version was last year. So, and it's in, it's all in good form. So it's not like super hyper used or anything. All right. So this is his first action. His second action is he's going to try to trade with the green people. Fuck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's got enough. He's got enough. Oh, and I forgot to see if he got a bonus. We're going to find out in a second. Because I should have gotten the 3 bonus. Sorry, guys. Yeah. So I think I'm just reversing time here a second. If I take another dice, it's going to screw everything up. So I'll just take another spaceship. All right. So now he placed the dice here. He gets the 1. Doesn't really get him anything. And now we check to see, is 3 + 1 higher than 8? No. Or is it the same number? No. So he doesn't get a setback, which is just something to look out for. All right. This is definitely normally a head-to-head game. It's a 4-player game that you compete against each other. But this solo version with the AI, I find it to be more fun because I think in the especially if you play 4-player, but even if you play 2 or 3-player, I think the analysis paralysis, if you haven't played the game a lot, you just don't know what to do. And then I think it would literally take like 5 hours to get this game done. All right. So that's the AI's turn. Now it's time for us to action our stuff. So first thing I want to do is I want to come over here. Nope, I had these backwards. Sorry. These were both 4s, by the way. So stupid. First thing I want to do is come get dice. And I'm going to pay 2 algae to get a dice. Then I get a 5 water discount with this guy to go up here, and then it'll only cost me 5 water. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and guess what? Our little guy is in the 12 spot. 12 algae reaping this turn. Woo! This is awesome because then we'll pretty much be able to get this 12 and this 15 in the next 2 rounds without breaking a sweat. And this is going to get us extra victory points for being, if I can get this item built, this item will give us extra victory points for every dice we have on the green track. So we need to start thinking about building these items. This is a very interesting game because normally I have an item built by now, but there's been a lot of distractions. All right. It's funny. I have Arc Nova on Tabletop Simulator, and I tried playing it, and it's even way more complicated than this, at least to learn by yourself. If someone was teaching you, maybe it'd be easier. But it's on the list. It's coming in. I think we're getting our copy in a couple of weeks. So, hey, Mike Forner, how's it going? Welcome to the solo play of Circadians First Light, my favorite solo game, or at least the one I play the most. And we can talk about why it's my favorite at the end. But thanks for joining. No Diana today. She's in the chat, though, if you want to bug her and tell her that you hate that she's not here. And also, if you look at the top of the chat, we have a new Discord channel now. So if you want to go check out the Discord, we're just testing it out, see what we can do with it. All right, cool. That's all of our garages have been actions. So now the AI gets his dice back. He's going to come here. That's it. All of his other dice is in the locked spaces. But it's still enough to get him a gem here. And he's going to get a gem from his bonus down here. right? Then we're going to get our harvest. So first thing, I'm going to get 12 algae. That's right, baby. 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm just going to put it right here because we're probably going to spend it in a second. Then I want you to decide, do I want to get water or do I want to get energy? Because I have 4 water and I don't know that I need to spend water on anything right away. I'm looking at my Lithoran scythe I need to build, and it needs 1 gem, 5 water, 6 algae. We might even be able to get that build pretty soon, but we're going to wait 1 round to do that. So I think I'll get water because you get the most bang for your buck with water. I'm going to get 8 water out of this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So best played Honey Buzz, is that what you said? And you ruined that game? I haven't played Honey Buzz, but I just saw a video on it today, and I normally like the Elf Creek games, so that one just I didn't get the bee theme. I wasn't into it. All right. Let's see. Now the AI's dice are normal, so he's cool. I get my dice back. You come back. And that is it. I've got 4 dice for this next round. Right? Right. No other dice hanging out anywhere. All right, it's time for round 4. Round 4, people. Let's see what we got. Oh, I like a green card. All farms produce double their resources this turn. Oh, crap. See, and it's funny because normally around this is kind of like the halfway point of the game. And normally around the halfway point, I'm kind of not focusing on resources and focusing on spending them to get stuff. But now it's like, oh, well, if I go on a farming space, that'll be pretty good. All right, so let's see. We're going to roll our dice. All right. We got a 5. We got a 4. We got a 2, and we got a 2. We don't need to move this thing anymore because we're going to let it sit there for a couple rounds and collect more algae for us. So we don't have to worry about the control room. We do have to worry about getting more dice because we're definitely going to go negotiate with these people because we've got our 12 algae. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. We have exactly 12 algae. So we definitely want to trade with these jerks. And yeah, so I think we'll do that to trade. Furnace is a great game, by the way. It's funny. We had a bunch of people over that were non-gamers, and they got that Furnace very easily. So it's definitely worth the hype. I think you just should play it some more. Just don't play it solo. I think it's better at like 3 players or 4 players. 2 players is no good. Well, it's okay, but it's not great. All right. What do we want to do? Well, we don't have enough resources to get this card done yet. We could go for one of these smaller cards like the Aqua Pack, because if we're going to do a lot of negotiation, we're going to want to get water every time we negotiate. Might as well try to do this first. So I need another energy and another algae. So it's probably a good idea to put some of this stuff into our farms, since our farms are going to produce double the resources anyway, right? Yeah, but we could also go to the market and exchange stuff for stuff, or we could get, yeah, we should probably get a gem. So I think we're going to use this 5 to try to get a gem. And then we'll use this 2 to go to the market, and then we'll just put this 4 here. We'll see what goes. It's kind of crazy. I don't know if it's going to work. Let's find out. All right. We don't have anything in the headquarters. It's now time to do the AI's turn. Oh, This AI is a jerk. By the way, there are 4 different AIs. There's an easy, a medium, a hard, and an insane. We are playing the hard AI. Just because I like the hard AI. I like it hard. Let's see. So he's going to move the 4 directions. So he's going to move his thing this way, and he's going to stop on this gem, and he's going to take that gem. All right, now he's going to try to spend. He doesn't have 1 gem, so he's going to spend a gem to just put a dice in the depository. And this is the jerkness of him. He doesn't need to complete cards or nothing. He just goes ahead and puts a dice in the area. All right, and then his next action is he's going to try to negotiate with the yellow people. He has 3 gems that you need a minimum of 4, so he can't do that, which means he's getting another upgrade. Fuck. So let's do 4 on the laboratory spot, and then he's going to upgrade his next upgrade, which is going to give him extra dice every rest turn. What a jerk. Right, now we got our stuff. What did I say I was going to do again? This is the trouble. I need to make little tokens to remind me of where I was going to throw this stuff. So I think the first thing we're going to do is we're going to negotiate with the green people, because this is going to let us do 2 things. First, I need to just put all of this. Well, you know what? I'm going to keep this algae over here, because I'm probably going to I'm going to get it back on my next turn anyway. But now 3, I get the 2 bonus, so I'm going to go here and just get a gem. And then I look to see if I get a setback. 3, 4, 5, 6. I did not get a setback, so I managed that pretty well. And then I get to get her bonus, which is change 1 die on your research base to any value. And that's right, we're going to change this bad boy to a 6. So that way we can get the most resources doubled. Right? And then what are we doing with this 5? So we wanted to get extra dice, right? And we have, oh yes, if I put it here, oh, I'll do the 2 to get extra dice. So what else do I want to do besides getting extra dice? Oh, and this is going to give me a 5 water discount, whatever I use this on. So let me come over here and get another. Let me get another spaceship. And I get a 5 water discount, which means it's going to cost me 5 water. All right. Now we're cooking with gas. And then on this one, I'm going to use to get more dice. And it normally costs me 10 water if I want to get 2 dice. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 water. So I'm going to spend 4 water to get 1 dice. Dice back. All right, that's everything out of our garage. So we're good with the garage. Now, the AI is going to get his dice back. He's going to get this back. And that's it. Everything else he put on the board because he's a jerk. And then he doesn't collect any gems, but he's going to collect 1 for his bonus here. Now we're going to collect from our farm. Now here's what we need to decide. We got a 6 here. That'll get us 2 energy or 8 water, but all that's doubled thanks to our farms producing double. So do I want 4 energy or do I want 16 water? Well, 4 energy definitely gets me on this board. I think 4 energy is the way to go. All right. Sorry if I'm going too fast for you guys, but I try to just get this thing moving. All right, so that's me using my farm, and then I also get this, which is 12 algae back in action, baby. All right, and then the AI gets to add dice. He's going to get +1 dice thanks to his special ability. And then I get to get my dice back. So this comes back and this comes back, which means I have 4 dice. And everybody's happy. Oh, I'm sorry, Jerry. Let me see if I can whoops. I'll post the Discord link again later. Is it too far up? Oh, what you have to do, Jerry, is instead of saying when it says comments, you have to look at all the comments. There's the Discord link there. It's way up at the top if you look at all the comments. All right, let's see. We are in the new round. And this is round 7. So we only have 3 rounds after this to get all of the shit done that we need to get done. Holy crap, I hate red cards. You must discard 1 item card to action dice at the depository. Oh, that means if I want to complete an item this turn, I need to discard a card before I do it. Well, I think that ensures that I'm not going to complete an item this turn because I don't want to get rid of any of my cards. All right, so what do we want to get done? Let's roll the dice and figure out what we got to work with. Oh, I hate 1s and 2s. Pain in my ass. All right, so we definitely can keep this thing here this last round. So I don't need to go to the control room. I maybe don't need to get dice, really. So really what I'd like to do is I'd like to complete this out, which means I need 3 more algae, which means I'm going to need to go to the market. And I can turn a crystal in for 4 algae, or I can turn water into algae. So I definitely want to go to the market. I definitely would. I'm all full up on spaceships, so I don't ever need to go to the foundry ever again. So I guess it wouldn't be bad to get laboratory stuff if I have any doubles. And I do have 2 doubles here that would let me go to the lab. But I don't have the resources to pay for it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put one of these here that I'm planning to go into the headquarters so I can get some extra water. Then I'm going to put one in on the market space. Right, because I have to action them from left to right. So what I'd like to do is go to the market to get algae and then go negotiate with the lady. And I would like to do the negotiation. I would like to use well, if I use the 1 or the 2, that'll be doubles and a bad thing will happen to me. If I use the 5, I'll get 8 or above. So a bad thing's going to happen to me either way, which is manageable, I suppose. So I think let me go to what costs water, because this is my water discount ship. Yeah, I don't think I care. So I think I'm gonna go here, and I'm gonna go here, and I'm gonna go here, and let's see what happens. Sometimes you just got to say fuck it. All right, nobody's in the headquarters. AI gets to go. Here we go. He's gonna move in the one direction, which is this way. He gets nothing. Suck it, AI. He's going to try to go to the yellow people. He's got 4. He can. Oh, that's where I was going to go. You jerkhole. All right, so he's going to take this 1 dice and put it here. 1's already taken. 7 is not greater than 8, so he is good. That's his first action. Second thing is he's going to try to, he doesn't have any gems, so he can't put anything in the depository. So he is going to go to the foundry. Good thing I didn't want to get a spaceship. And he's going to draw another card. Finally, he can't spend a gem, so he's going to go, he can't go to the foundry, so he's going to go to the mines. And the mines are going to, he's going to get 1 gem from the mining camp. All right. This guy, I tell you, or girl, it's Injura is her name. Injura, get it? Because she injures you. All right, now we get to do our stuff. Well, first thing, I definitely want to put this in the headquarters. That's going to allow us to do some action before the AI goes next turn. And I can either get 5 water or an extra item card, and I'm going to get 5 water. All right. Then we want to go to the market, and we're going to turn this red crystal into 4 algae. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we are going to come here and negotiate with these bad boys. I'm going to spend 15, 2, 4, 6, 8. I can just do everything but 1. Whew. That was quite satisfying. And I get to change 1 dice on my research board. Let's change that so we can get maximum farming power. But I have 2 2s here, or I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Either way, if I have 8 or larger, or if I have 2 2s, I have to take a bad thing, which means I have to lose an item, or lose a dice, or lose a red crystal, or move my harvester a space closer to the center, or lose a spaceship, or lose a farm. I think I'm okay to lose an item because I don't think there's a chance in hell I'm going to be able to complete this Jack Haw thing. So let's just get rid of it. All right. Yes, you would think if there were 1s and 5s, but there's just something satisfying about picking up all of the pieces and then putting back all of the pieces. I don't know. I can't tell you what it is. I just like touching all the little pieces. All right, that is me in my garages. The AI is going to get his dice back. Does he have anything else? Nope, so he doesn't get any extra gem there, but he's going to get an extra gem from here. Then I get my harvest. So first I'm going to get another 12 algae. Why did I put them back? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Now this is where market actions are going to help me because really there's nothing else I can spend algae on because this board is locked up. So I'll want to maybe convert that algae to crystals next turn. Yep. And then I have a 6, so I could either get a shit ton more energy. I could get 2 energy, or I can get 8 water. I'll get 2 energy because that looks like I'm doing okay on water so far. We'll see how that goes. All right, the AI is going to get 1 more dice. And I get my dice back. So I've got this guy here. I've got this guy here. Oh, no, don't tell me it's not so. Oh, right, because I have a die up there that I'm going to do first. But I only have 3 dice, so I definitely need dice next turn. Yes, you missed the algae harvest again, Mel. Sorry about that. But yes, look at all these resources we got. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 water, 6 energy, and at least 12, if not 13 algae, I think. We're ready to rock. All right, so that's all my dice back, which means it is the next round. So now we've got 2 rounds after this round to get some stuff done. So we're definitely going to want to spend the next couple rounds moving our harvester towards one of these things. Headquarters does not reward water or item cards. Okay, that's cool. And we're not going to go to the headquarters this turn, so I don't care. All right, so we're going to roll our 2 dice. Hey, a 5 and a 6. I dig it. And I'm just going to put them out here. We'll figure out what to do with them later. I'm pretty sure we're going to get more dice. All right, now I can do this this dice, and I can pretty much do whatever I want. So one thing I can do is I'm pretty sure I have enough to turn in this item. Yep, I have 2 water, 2 algae, 2 energy. Because I only have 7 energy. If I had 8 energy, I could go turn this in. But let's try this. So I'm going to, the first slot of the headquarter board lets you flip a die. So this was a 1. It's now a 6. I'm going to put it here so I can complete this card, the Aqua Pack. I'm going to turn in 2 water. I'm going to turn in 2 algae. And I'm going to turn in 2 energy. And now I have the Aqua Pack, which means anytime that I negotiate with these people, I'm going to get 5 water. And it's 4 victory points at the end of the game. So that's pretty cool. I'm just going to put this next to my board to remind myself that it is mine. All right, that was my headquarter action, and we're on the board. We finally sent something to Moontide. Oh, Mel says, here's one of my reasons it posted ban. You may have banned from joining this server. Bans are based on IP address. Yeah, I don't know. This is the first time I set up a server, so we'll figure out. I'm sure we'll get you in there, Mel. When the show's over, actually, I'll go to Discord and try to get you guys in a little bit more efficiently. But let's do the show. All right, so that was my headquarter action. Now we're going to get the AI. AI is going to do their stuff. All right, he is going to move 5. So 5 is this way. He's going to go. And then he's going to try to place. He does have a gem, so he can place on the board. And he's going to go right here. All right, second action. He's going to place again on the board. He's going to go right here. That's just him getting victory points straight up. Son of a bitch. All right, here we go. What do we want to do with our 5 and our 6 dice? Oh, and I forgot, when I put my dice here, I got a bonus of getting an extra dice. So I already have 1 extra dice, but we definitely need more dice. So I think I'm going to use... Wow, 5 and a 6 is no good for me over here. It's fine. I think I'm going to use the 6, the 5. I mean, yeah, I got all this algae. Might as well do it. I'm going to use the 5. And I'm going to spend 6 algae to get 2 dice. All right. And then we want to try to... Yep, I think I want to move the harvester. So I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to spend 5 water because my spaceship gives me a 5 discount. Cost me 10 water, and we get to move our harvester 1 this way. We want to get on this space by the last turn of the game. All right. Or you guys are in Discord right now talking to each other? That's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm definitely going to launch it when I get out of this. All right. So let's talk about, that's all of our garages. We're done with garages. Let's return the dice to the AI. He has no dice left to return. He doesn't get any gems except for the one for his special ability. I get to collect my stuff. Now I'm getting 10 algae and 1 energy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The weed harvest is sweet. All right. I got more weed than I know what to do with. And I didn't put anything in my farms. Now he's going to get an extra dice. And then he's going to get an extra dice. Then I'm going to get my dice back, which is here and here, which gives me 5 dice, which is awesome. I planned that perfectly. Sometimes I surprise myself. All right. So we got 2 rounds left. What do we need to get done in 2 rounds? We definitely need to complete this card, which means we're going to need to get a red gem. It wouldn't be bad if we could get on one of these tracks, which is, again, more gems than we know what to do with. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or I could try to get on this track. So we'll see what happens. So let's see what our event card is. Ignore all algae costs from garages. Oh, Naira, that's me. I get 3 algae. That's fun. All right, so I was like, man, that sucks. I already ignored algae from garages. All right. All right. I don't know what Bess is doing on Discord, but that'll be funny to watch later. All right, let's talk about it. I drew the event card. We're going to roll, and we're going to place our dice. All right. Two 6s. That's pretty good. Yeah, we definitely need to get stuff going. We need to go to the market for sure to get red stuff. And we're going to need to go out here. Or no, out here to turn in our card. And we definitely need water. And for some reason, I didn't get water. All right, so let me go here, and I'm going to use this one to go to the headquarters so we can get water. Then we're going to go here. We definitely want to move our harvester. Oh, we'll be able to move our harvester if we put a 6. No, we would need a 5. So let's do that then. We're going to put this here so that we can turn this into a 5. Use that to no, but we can't turn in our card till we have our gem. Son of a bitch. All right, so let me do my original plan then. I'm going to go there. I'm going to go I'll go here. I'll go here. I'll go. I don't know what to do. We'll see if it works. All right. That's me rolling my dice. We have nothing in the headquarters. It's time for the AI. Yep, Jerry, if the Discord stuff works out, I'm definitely going to put it on the description of all the shows. All right, AI. He's going to move in the 5 direction, which is this way, which means he doesn't move at all. He's going to try to spend a thing, and he does, to put this in the 5 spot here. Next action, he's going to try to spend gems. He has no gems left. Then he's going to get dice. He's going to put this 5 on the get dice spot here, and he's going to get 2 of his dice. All right. Man, I wish I was listening to that Discord channel. That sounds like you guys are having a good time. All right. AI is done. It's time for us to do our thing. Well, I think first I'm going to go up here so I can get 5 water. All right. I'm going to go to the mining camp to get a free crystal. Then I'm going to go to the depository to turn in this card. And we're going to go here, and we're going to go on the get an extra dice space, so that way I'll get an extra dice back, because I'm losing that dice, but I'm going to get one right back. And then I get to turn this in, so I'm going to pay 1 crystal. I'm going to pay 5 water. And I'm going to pay 6 algae. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now I am the proud owner of the Lyrian Scythe. Oh, Lyrian people, don't you love me for having your scythe? You're so awesome. And now I get 2 victory points for each one of these. This one card is worth 6 plus 4, 10 victory points. That's what I'm talking about, bitches. All right, cool. That was all. Oh, no, I still have one more dice I can put somewhere. Well, that's a pleasant surprise. Do I need to trade any of these resources? I might as well, right? Because I don't really need algae for anything. And if I trade algae for more of this energy, I can maybe get on this energy board. Or I could even trade it for gems, and I can get on the gem board. So let's see. 4 algae gives me 1 gem. 1, 2, 3, 4 is 1 gem. 2 gem, 3 gems. I could get 3 gems, which would get me here, or each one of these would be 2, 4, 6, or I could get 6 energy, which would be 12 energy, which would get me up here. So yeah, I definitely want to change this for energy. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 for 2 energy. And how this works is you can trade as many times as the number on this dice. So I can do it 4 times. So that's 4 for 2. And then I got another 4 for 2. And then another 4. I don't even need it, but then watch, I need algae later or something for 2. All right. Holy shnikes, people. I think we're ready to place, but we don't have any other dice to place with, so we're going to have to place next. Oh, we're going to get to place with this headquarter die. That's pretty sweet. All right, cool. Garage is done. Let's get the AI's dice back. He's got these dice and this one, which means he's getting 3 crystals plus 1 for his bonus. All right. Then I get my stuff. So don't talk too fast, Red Hood. We are still the Algae King. We're getting 10 algae and 1 energy. That's 10 algae and 1 energy. Wow, we got energy for days. We're now the Energy King. All All right, and my farm, I have a 6 here, so I can get water, and we definitely want 8 water. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Look at all of these sweet creamery resources. See, this is maybe this is why I like this game, because once you ramp up, you do get a lot of resources, and there's something nice about getting resources. All right. He gets +1 dice. Oof. And I get my dice back. So I get these 2 and these 2. So we're rolling 4 dice, and I've got 1 in the headquarters. And that's it. Last round of the game. And this says reveal all the hidden gem caches. So we get to see what everything is. So this is the 7. We knew that. We knew this was a 5. What's this one? This is a 4. This is a 8. No, that's a 6. I think there's an 8 in here. Yeah, there's the 8. And then 6. All right. We definitely got to get our thing here. So we need a 1 harvest movement. That's for sure. So let's roll these bad boys. Wow, a lot of high numbers. I like it. That was us rolling. Now we need to decide how to place them. All right, well, we need a 5. 5 will move us that way. So let's put that here so it costs us less water. Let's put, do I have any doubles? Because doubles will get me a laboratory spot. I don't have any doubles. So we're not getting any laboratory. We don't need any of these spaceships anymore. Do I need some gems? Yeah, getting gems not a bad idea. We'll just do like this, because at the end of the day, I don't think we need any more resources, so there's really no point to go to farms anymore. So we'll just see what we can do with this 5 dice in our final round of the game. Yeah, in the future, I'm going to get Diana to get the Discord app on her phone. She has an iPhone, and once you're on the Discord app, I think it'll be really easy to get on, and then you guys will be able to talk, no problem. But this is all new. It's all new technology to her, so we'll get there. All right, final round of the game, guys. Let's do this. Headquarter action first. That's us. And we've got a crap ton of energy that we would like to give to the yellow people. And let's see. I need 10 energy. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yes, sirree, Bob. The yellow people are like, who is this guy? He's awesome. All right. That's me paying 10 energy. Number 2 is not available. I could have made this a 5, actually. Let's see, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm going to get the penalty anyway, so I might as well have turned this into a 5 from my headquarters flip. And then at least I get the 5 bonus, which will give me an extra card. And then I can look and see, can I do this card? Fuel refinery. No, this is kind of a junk card, but the cool part about getting this card is now that I'm going to get a bad thing. I already used the junk card. Crap. All right. Well, we don't want to lose a dice, I don't think. We don't have a gem to lose. We don't want to move our harvester any farther back. We don't want to lose a spaceship, and we don't have any labs to run. So maybe I'll just lose a dice. Son of a mother. But we got this card that we might be able to turn in later. All right, that's the headquarter action. Now we're going to let the AI do his final turn of the game. Here we go. He's going to move his thing in the 6 direction, which is this way, which means he's moving on to the final 6 space. He is going to try to pay a thing to go on the board. He's going to take this 6 and he's going to go here. Then finally, Reddit said, when I first saw the setup, I thought I'd hate this and that there was no way the setup would be worth it. But I actually like this game. It's pretty cool. Yeah, I don't know what it is about this game. I just love the way everything is kind of interconnected and there's always a way for you to do something. But we'll see if I actually win or not, because you never know. All right, so his second thing is he's going to try to negotiate with the red people. He's got 3 red crystals, and he is going to do it. Son of a bitch. Where's 4? Here's 4. And he's only got 8, so he doesn't get a setback. And that's it. AI is done with his turn. He only got 2 upgrades out of that whole business. All right, now let's do our garages. This game plays 1 to 4 players, so you can play up to 4 players. I wish there was a 5-player version, but again, I don't know. Unless the 5 players actually knew exactly what they wanted to do, I think this game would take forever. I think even a 4-player game would probably take too long. And remember, I have an extra copy, so if anyone wants it, just put it in the Discord that you're interested, and it might find its way to you. All right, here we go. What do I want to do with my stuff? So I've got a 6, I got a 5, and I got a 4. I think the 6, I was going to get a gem for some reason. I don't know why. But I could try to do some more market action to get more lightning bolts to maybe get this lightning bolt thing. So let's see, 4 gets me 2. So I'd only be able to get 4 more lightning bolts. 4 plus 3 is 7. I'd be 1 lightning bolt short. Oh yeah, but if I got a red crystal, I could change that in too. So let's go get a crystal. Then let's do a market action. No, you know what? I'm going to go to the depository and complete this card, because why not? It's 2 victory points straight up. 2 water, 1 algae, 1 lightning. That's not a bad deal. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to turn in 2 water. I'm going to turn in 1 algae and 1 lightning. All right, and then I also get an extra card. Not that that's going to matter. Oh, man, 12 points. I have to show this art on this card. I love this. It's a preserved beast. Oh, man, and I have all the resources except for... No, I don't have 2 crystals. Son of a bitch. If I would have had the 1 extra dice I didn't have to dump, I would have been able to go to the market and get enough to turn this into 12. Oh, well, that's the way the cookie crumbles. So what can we do with this last dice of 4? Well, oh, shit, I totally forgot. We need to move the thing. I totally did that backwards. Oh, but this is on a +2 spot, so I can change this to a 5. So that has to go there. This is going to cost me 5 water. I forgot. So you got to remember what you have to get done. And that's going to go there. All right, son of a bitch. Let's see. We're going to now, the AI gets his dice back. He's got no dice to get back. He's going to get 1 gem. Then we're going to get our last harvest, which we get nothing from there, and we got nothing from there, so that's cool. He's going to add more dice. He gets 1 dice. We get our dice back, which we only have 1 dice left. Oh no, 2 dice left because we went all the way in on the board. That's it. That's the end of the game, people. So I am going to do my score first, and then we'll do his score, and we'll figure out how we do it. So first thing I do is I look at my, and maybe I'm going to get a calculator just because I want to look at it. It's easier to use. All right. So first we look at the negotiation board. So all my blue dice here, I'm going to get all these victory points. So I'm going to get 10 plus 7 plus 5 plus 11 plus 5. Then I'm going to get, for every item that I completed this aqua pack. That's 4 victory points. I completed this liberal scythe, which is 4 victory points. And I completed this fuel refiner, which is 2 victory points. Then I get 7 victory points for my final position on the harvester. And then I get the quality of my research bases. So basically what I do is I get whatever this is plus the furthest out. So I'm going to get 8 victory points for my spaceships. And I'm going to get 0 points for my labs because I didn't upgrade a single one. And then finally, if I have any gems left, which I have 1 gem, I get 1 victory point for each gem, giving me a total score of 64. This is not looking good, people, because yesterday I played and I got a 66 and I tied him. So I don't know. This might be bad. All right, 64. Remember that number, because now we're going to go his stuff. So we're going to look at the negotiation board for him. He's going to get 7 plus 6 plus 4. Oh, crap. 6 plus 4. Plus 3. Plus he's going to get 2 per dice that he has in here. So 2, 4, 6, 8. Then we're going to look over here. He's going to get the pip values for everything he's got out here. So he's got 11, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Then he's going to get the final of his harvester, which is 6. Then he's also going to get 2 per upgrade. So he's got 4. And then he's going to get 1 for his leftover dice. And he got 62. Suck it, AI. And I forgot, I also have this card that got me 2 victory points for every dice in the green. So I was actually 64 plus 6 is 70. So 70 to 62. AI can suck my balls. That's right. Let's see what he thinks. So there it is, people. Circadian First Light. I do love this game. I don't know why. I think it's once you're in it, you're just kind of, there's a flow to it. And especially if I didn't have this flow chart that I made, it is a lot harder to do without this to kind of help you just go, okay, where am I at? Oh yeah, I'm on this phase. I'm in this phase. I'm in this phase. You just do this 8 times and you're cool. But I think there is this thing of the order that you place the dice and choosing, do I place these to go out here, or do I place them to go here to get resources that I can then use for later? And there's only 8 rounds. So you got to figure out, how do I get, because this harvester only moves once per round. So you're going to move this. You want to try to move it every turn so you can get to where you want the most resources to be able to do the most negotiation board stuff. But you still want to get to one of these end spaces because the AI is definitely going to get an end space. No question. I mean, wherever the AI lands, they say just put him on the nearest space. So in the solo, you definitely want to be able to get one of these end game spaces. I think I successfully was able to block him from getting some of these because you'll see the ebb and flow of it is he gets these gems, and the gems is what he spends to go here mostly. It only costs him 1 gem to go up here, so that's why it's important to try to block these higher spaces, because it seems all of his cards that go to the depository are really 5s and 6s. So if you can block most of the 5 and 6 spaces, he won't be able to go to the depository that much. But really, he's going to get his most points from this board, the negotiation board. And if you can figure out how to like lock up a column on this board and not let him go there, it's going to stop him from placing more other places. So I think that's my general strategy, is if I can get the negotiation board going quickly and then just get some items out there to try to block certain areas and make sure my harvester is where it needs to be. And so there's all these like little wheels that you got to push and pull to get it just right. And normally I hate efficiency puzzles. I hate this, oh, if you don't do it exactly right, you're going to be screwed. But I think maybe that's why I like this game too, is that it's not, you can still recover, like, because I always go into the game having a strategy, and then these cards are always like changing my strategy, because it's like, hey, all mining is free now. And it's like, oh shit, well, I wasn't even thinking about going to mining, but now the card tells me I get it for free. I might as well go. And how do I change my strategy to try to figure out, how to best take advantage of these event cards? So in general, I enjoy worker placement games. I enjoy the dice worker placement games, especially because there is an added element of making sure you got the right dice and where to place them. And the way this game handles the interaction of the resource management, but it's not a resource tight game because you can always exchange resources for other resources. And the theme is so cool. I mean, I'm a sucker for the sci-fi theme, and I think it does, even though it's kind of a Euro game with a pasted on theme, it's still, the art, I think, makes it cool. So I'm not going to give it a 10-point rating system. You guys already know I do enjoy this game. On paper, I shouldn't enjoy this game because I hate efficiency puzzles, because normally efficiency puzzles are normally like there's only one correct answer. And I think in this, there are many correct answers. So it's still about being efficient with your moves, but there's definitely more you can do, and there's ways you can change throughout the game that if you make one mistake in the beginning of the game, it's not going to screw you the rest of the game. So yeah, so that's it. I love this game. I'm probably going to make just a playmat for it, so the setup is easier, because setting up all these little boards is a pain in the ass. So that's always been on my to-do list. So when I make a playmat, maybe I'll post it in the Discord for you guys to use. But that's it for me. I think we are, let me get back to being larger. Whoa. So I hope you enjoyed the sneak preview of what I do when Diana's out of town. And yeah, this is what I do. Basically, I like these kind of complicated games where you can just sit and figure it out. But it's not stupid, it's not like painful for the point of being painful. It's actually, there's things you can do. So, man, I can't wait to get in that Discord. I can't believe you guys are already in it. But I'm going to sign off here, and so I can get on the Discord, and we'll give that a shot. So that's it, I guess. Yeah, I'll figure out how to run the Discord during the show. Then maybe you can get some real-time conversation going during the show. We'll see how it goes. I need to look into how that works. It's enough to get all the bots on YouTube off, but I'm assuming I don't have a lot of moderator bots on Discord set up yet, so it could end up being a shit show of bots on Discord too. We'll figure it out. But other than that, thanks everybody. Yeah, so that's me playing solo, and Diana will be back for Friday. And normally we play a game before we do the show game, but she's actually coming back just before Friday. So I'm playing a game that I know she has played before, which is the Way of the Panda. And I need to paint all that stuff. So you might see a painting show before Friday. Other than that, I think hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I enjoyed this game. This is one of my favorites, and I play it on a lazy Sunday when I have nothing better to do. And I can't wait for the new version to come out because this all new art and stuff would be fun. Other than that, I think definitely tune in Friday. Diana will be back and we'll be playing Way of the Panda, and she'll do panda noises for you, and she might do it on Discord. All right, cool, everybody. Hope everyone had a great show, and I'll talk to you all on Discord and see you all Friday. Have a good one.